Hello everyone, welcome back to Techwiden. Today we are going to explore what is the placement group and how do we put our instances into the placement group. So placement group is the kind of a logical grouping of instances within an availability zone. It allows an enhanced network performance and low latency communication between the instances within the group. So in the placement group, a user can optimize the performance of the application that require a high speed and the low latency communication such as cluster database, big data analytics framework, and high performance computing workloads. Let's go to the AWS console and see how we can implement the placement group. So this is my AWS console, and you can see there are a lot of options in the left side menu. It includes instances, storage, then elastic block storage. In the network and security, we have the placement group. Let me click on it. Click on the create placement group. Name the group, that is my placement. Then we can choose the option between cluster, spread, and partition. So in the cluster group, the concept of cluster is a low latency group in a single availability zone. Is a very vital for the application that require a fast and efficient communication between the instances. And by creating a cluster, we can group together instances within a single availability zone and enabling them to communicate with each other and this is a particularly useful for those applications that rely on real-time data processing, such as financial trading system or a gaming platform, where even the slightest delay can have significant implications. By forming a cluster in a single availability zone, we minimize network latency and optimize the performance and responsiveness of these latency-sensitive applications. Next is spread. And when it comes to critical application and spreading instances across multiple availability zone, so it is essential for enhance the resilience and the fault tolerance. So by distributing instances across the different availability zone, we ensure that if one zone experience an outage or disruption, the application can continue to function without the interruption and spreading instances across the multiple availability zone. In the spread, we can achieve higher availability and reliability and also minimizing the risk of downtime and ensuring our business continuity. And finally, when we talked about partition, so it is act like a partition of EC2 instances into different partition or we can say racks within an availability zone, which allow for efficient resource management and isolation by organizing the instances into distinct partition. We can create logical grouping based on workload requirement, security needs, or application dependencies. It also facilitates better workload management and simplifies the troubleshooting and maintenance activity. So with hundred of EC2 instances organized into different partitions and improve the scalability and enhance overall operational efficiency within the availability zone. So let me choose the partition this time. By default, we have 2 partition and we can choose up to 7 partition. Let us choose 2 partition. We can add tags if we want. Click on create group. My placement group has been created and the strategy is partition. Now let us launch an instance and place the placement group into the instance. Click on instance. So I have one demo instance already. So let me click on launch instance. Name the instance. Let me name it demo instance placement. Choose the AMI and instance type T2 micro is good to go. In key pair, let me proceed without key pair, which is of course not recommended. You can add it networking and security setting according to your requirement. And now click on advanced detail. Now in advanced detail, there is an option of placement group. Click on select and select the placement group, which we already created. Now we can also create new placement group from here. Just left all the options and click on the launch instance. Click on view all instance. Our instance has been created and now let me refresh it. To know the placement group of instance, just select the instance, drop down the mouse under the detail option, and here we can see my placement group is there. Placement group ID is there and the number of partition is 1. So next time when we create an instance, we can place it into any of the placement group so that we can improve the performance of our application and reduce the latency between the instances. So that's it from this video. And in our next tutorial, we will explore some more topics, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.